This might be a little bit long, but I narrowed it down to like my ride or die ones, like the ones I use like on a daily basis. So yeah, if you want to see my favorite brushes for 2017, just keep watching. Okay, so I'll start with face brushes. So, and a lot of these brushes are really affordable. So I'll start with the number one thing that I apply my foundation with is a beauty blender. I love this thing. Before I was using this, I would use my Sigma flat top kabuki. I love this brush. Like I've had this for like I think a year, 2 years almost, and I love this. But I really do. I prefer to apply it with this because a beauty blender, because it just gives like flawless coverage, right? And it does. It's almost airbrushed. I can't explain it, but it doesn't cake on. It will never. Your makeup will never be cakey with this. It just kind of. It's wet, so it absorbs the makeup that you don't need, and it makes your face flawless. But it's not a heavy coverage. You want to, if you're gonna go for like a heavy coverage, you want to kind of use one of these. This will give you a really heavy coverage because you pat it in. This one, it'll sheer it out a lot more. So yeah. And oh, and recently I've been using this too, the M439. Yeah, from Morphe. This is a really good brush too. See, it's like it's really dense and big, and so it gets the job done really fast. So I've been liking that one too for a liquid foundation. And okay, so then we're gonna go on to concealer. So this brush, this is my next brush. I love this. It's from Sigma. This is the F86, and I use this to, like, when I put my concealer on, I use this to blend under my eye. You could even use it to contour if you wanted to. Your nose. It's a great brush. So I'll either use this or I'll use again my beauty blender. And I have a smaller one too. And this one's really good for under the eyes. Oh yeah, and I wanted to mention for the flat top kabuki, the Sigma, I got this cheaper one. Like this literally came in a set of, this one came in a set of 5. The hairs are kind of coming out. I've had it for a while. For like a set of 5 for like $5 on eBay. And honestly, like if you see the difference, like it works just as good. And it's like way cheaper, so. Okay, so now for bronzer, there's only one bronzer brush I really use, and it's this one. This is the Real Techniques Dual Fiber Brush. I love this brush for doing my bronzer. It just fits perfectly, so I really like this brush for bronzer. Yeah. So it's a dual fiber, but it's just, I don't know, it just puts it on perfectly. So yeah, this is my bronzer brush. And for, oh yeah, I'm sorry. And also too, for under the eye, I really like this one. This is the e.l.f. blush brush. This is like really affordable. So if you don't have the Sigma one, you could use this one. This one's really good. This is better for cream, like putting cream, but this one is for like the powder, like then to set it with the powder. So cream, powder. Okay, and so my favorite powder brush is this one. It's huge. I'm sure everybody knows what this is. This is Real Techniques brushes from Sam and Nick. They are two makeup artists on YouTube, and they have amazing brushes for really affordable price. Like they're all like $9, and they're durable. Like I've had this for like 1.5 years, almost 2 years, and it's still just like I bought it. So this one's really good for powder because it's huge. So I love this one. I use this one every single day. It's awesome. Okay, and oh yeah, so for blush, there's only one brush I use for blush really, and it's this one. This is it's from Joe Fresh. It doesn't even have a number, but I'm sure you guys seen this kind of brush. MAC has the same one, and it's just a typical blush brush. So I really like this one. It's really good for just getting on the apples of the cheek. You could also contour with this if you really wanted to, but I prefer to have like one of these type of brushes for contouring. And this is the Sonia Kashuk number 123, and this is the perfect contour brush. It's just really small, so you can get in there really good, and I love this brush. Love, love, love. Also, I use this one too for contouring. This doesn't have a number, but this is the Quo. It came in a set, but this one's like really dense, and this one's also really good for contouring. You could also like just, you know, highlight down your nose. You could even put concealer on with this. Really versatile. And for highlighter, the only one I use for highlighter is this one here. This is Real Techniques. It's a setting brush. So yeah, I really like this one. I use this one for highlighter, just right here. It's perfect. And down the bridge of your nose, it's a perfect size for highlighting. You could use it for setting underneath your eyes too, but I tend to gravitate towards this one a bit more. See this difference in size? It's quite a bit bigger, so you can like, yeah, I like this one way better. But this is really good for highlighting. This is the only brush I use for highlighting. Okay, I went through that really fast. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go with start with my face brushes now. I had a lot of face brushes, and I didn't know, like, I didn't want to pick all of them because like I literally have like 20 eye brushes like I change from, right? So I just picked like a couple of them. So I'll get started. Okay, so I have kind of like 3 go-tos for like blending the crease, like the transition color. So I have this one here is MAC 224, so I'm sure you guys have seen the MAC 224. And then I have the Morphe M330. See the difference in size though? You can kind of see. Well, this one, the MAC is a lot thicker. Like it's a lot bigger. So I would use this one first, like I'd use the MAC first, like I would put my transition color in, and then I would start going darker and darker, and I would go smaller and smaller, like smaller brush. So I'd use this one first, and then I would go in with this one again with a little bit of a darker color, and go like farther, like lower down with darker. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, and then I have this one here, which is a little bit more skinnier than the Morphe one. And this is the NYX blending brush. So yeah, these are kind of like my go-to blending brushes right now. I love them. They're really good. I think the MAC one is a little too big for my eyes, I feel like. So I do use the Morphe one a lot more, I noticed, than this one. But this one works good too. And the Morphe one's like $6, the MAC one's like 30 or something. So really, I love Morphe eye brushes. They're awesome. Oh yeah, and then so this is kind of like the MAC 217. I actually lost my MAC brush, but this one's like identical. I got this one, I think this is it's True Fiction. It's the drugstore, and it's called Pro Blend 205. And so I use this one for getting in my crease really good, right? So this is a really good like dense crease brush. So I use that one every day. And then this one, I love this brush. This is like so small if you like compare it to my MAC. It's a lot smaller, so I love this one. This one is from Benefit. Oh, the Balm. It's from the Balm. It is Crease, Love, and Happiness. So this is an awesome brush just for like, you know, like doing the underneath my, like on my lash line, or like just getting in the, right here, shaping that V on the outer corner. This is a really good brush. Or even, you know, putting, putting like highlighter or anything in the inner tear duct. This is really good. It's really precise. And finally, this, for my lid, I use this one. This one's the Quo one again. It's from that set, so I love this one because it's nice and big. So I like to use this for packing on color on my lid or like my brow bone. It's awesome. Oh, and for applying like a base coat, like MAC paint pot or anything, I use this brush. And this is Real Techniques brush. This is one of their newer collections. This one's really good just for putting like base, liquid base on, like soft ochre, or yeah. So I use that one for, or concealer under your eyes, nose, little blemish